What if artificial intelligence controlled the economy? Imagine waking up one morning to discover that your paycheck, your mortgage, even the price of your morning coffee was controlled, not by governments, corporations, or central banks, but by artificial intelligence. A single, all-powerful AI system managing trillions of dollars and making decisions at superhuman speed. What would happen to national economies? Would prosperity soar or collapse in chaos? And most importantly, would humanity still have any say in its own future? In this video, we're diving into what it could actually mean if AI took over the economy, and the startling consequences of handing over the reins. To understand where this idea comes from, let's look at how much we already depend on artificial intelligence in finance today. AI systems are already running a significant part of the economy. From high-frequency trading algorithms that buy and sell millions of stocks every second, to predictive models used by central banks to shape monetary policy, artificial intelligence is deeply woven into how money flows. Banks use AI to detect fraud. Credit scores are partially determined by machine learning models. Even the advertisements you see for car loans or mortgages are AI-generated, targeting you based on its analysis of your data. But all of this is small compared to what could happen if we handed entire economies over to AI systems, not just managing individual sectors, but running the whole thing, end to end. So, how would AI actually control an economy? Let's break it down. This scenario would start with a highly advanced AI system having access to every aspect of the economy: global trade, banking systems, manufacturing, energy, agriculture, and even government budgets. For example, AI could set currency exchange rates based on real-time global market conditions. It could allocate raw materials for manufacturing to where they would have the maximum economic impact. It could even adjust taxes to ensure stability while reducing inequality. The key advantage here? AI would make decisions far faster, far more efficiently, and far more rationally than human governments or financial managers ever could. However, this would also mean the economy would no longer be under direct human control. Every choice, from budget cuts to interest rates, would be made by an entity that learns but doesn't feel. Let's start with the bright side of this scenario. If artificial intelligence controlled the global economy, we might see absolute efficiency. AI could identify inefficiencies no human economist would ever spot. For instance, it could balance resource distribution perfectly to minimize waste while maximizing output. Real-time adjustments. No more waiting for quarterly reports or policy reviews. AI could respond to shifts in economic conditions, like supply chain disruptions or natural disasters, instantly. Global coordination. AI could eliminate trade wars, currency manipulation, and other human-driven economic conflicts by harmonizing policies across countries. Universal Basic Income, UBI. In a world where automation eliminates jobs, AI could ensure that wealth generated by the economy is fairly distributed back to people, not just corporations or CEOs. It sounds like a utopia. But is it really that simple? Now for the other side of the coin, here are the major risks of handing an economy over to AI. The ethical problem. AI doesn't have morals. What happens when economic efficiency comes at a human cost? For instance, an AI might prioritize reducing costs by automating millions of jobs, leaving workers without livelihoods or purpose. If poverty isn't in the data set it learned from, does it even recognize it as a problem? Unintended consequences. AI systems can exhibit unexpected behavior. Ask any machine learning engineer about what happens when you optimize a system only partially correctly. A poorly designed AI could accidentally plunge entire regions into recessions or create runaway inflation. Bias at scale. Even the most advanced AIs inherit biases from the data they're trained on. Imagine an AI system managing the global economy but accidentally favoring wealthier countries because it was trained predominantly on Western data. This could intensify inequality instead of fixing it. Loss of human sovereignty. Ultimately, placing something like the economy under AI control removes decision-making from human hands entirely. How do we hold decisions accountable if they come from a black box? What happens when AI decides that certain industries or even entire regions are economically obsolete? In short, the stakes couldn't be higher. The truth is, this scenario isn't as far-fetched as it might sound. Some governments are already experimenting with AI-driven systems for taxation, crisis response, and economic modeling. China, for example, has incorporated AI into its government planning systems to monitor and analyze city development in real time. Similarly, US-based companies like BlackRock, a global asset management firm with over $10 trillion in assets, rely heavily on AI algorithms to manage investments. The real question isn't if this will happen, it's how much control we're willing to give up to make it happen. At what point does trust in algorithms cross the line into dependence? In an ideal scenario, an AI-controlled economy could create a level playing field for all nations, eliminate waste, and elevate billions out of poverty. But it could just as easily create new systems of oppression guided by logic, but devoid of compassion. One thing's for sure. Artificial intelligence could redefine wealth, work, and power. But whether for better or worse, well, only time will tell. What do you think? Should humanity ever hand control of our economy to machines? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the future of AI and technology.